Welcome back to One Armed Goblin. This is our second session of Tyranny of Dragons. We're going to start with the intro video just so that you guys can remember our characters and get to know them a little bit more, and we'll see you back after that. Hi, I'm the Dungeon Master for One Armed Goblin. We're a bunch of college kids wanting to play more D&D. We're starting a new campaign soon following the Tyranny of Dragons module, the first created for D&D 5e. In this story, a strange cult begins attacking the Sword Coast, hoping to gather resources to bring back their evil dragon queen, Tiamat, and the heroes go along to see what they can do to stop them, or to enact their own personal revenge. We will mostly be playing on Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, so check us out over at twitch.tv/onearmedgoblin. We'll also be posting the VODs to our YouTube channel. We hope you'll join us as we start this new story.
What is the first thought that comes to your mind when you think of adrenaline? For Ugthug Longtusk, hunting is the only thing that can give him that rush. This half-orc blood hunter is bigger than most and never leaves home without the two treasures in his life. His small, lovingly named Boarjaw and his pal, Truffles the pig. If you have a good story, a joke, or a heaping pile of meat, then know you have a friend in Ugthug. However, take caution when befriending Ugthug, for there is a fiend within him that occasionally likes to take control and go on a gore-filled rampage. This is less likely to happen the happier and stronger Ugthug is, so if there are friends nearby, good stories being told, and fresh meat to enjoy, then you're likely to be safe.
My name is Jeremus Ornithole. I was a guard captain of the city of Waterdeep, where I lived with my daughter Shay. One day, on the way back from the shops, Shay was robbed and murdered. Some eyewitnesses saw the culprit, but they were deemed unreliable, and a man was let go. Blinded by rage and my sense of justice, I found the man and put him to the sword. For my crime, I was banished, and now I wander the land seeking to use my strength to help those who cannot help themselves, and track down the organization my daughter's killer had been a part of.
The Shadowfell is a dark place, filled with echoes of sorrowful memories. For a shadow elf like Mili, sunshine and laughter are unimaginable myths. So when Mili's lover returned from the Sword Coast with stories of flowers and joy, Mili knew he had to see Faerun for himself. Trained as a shadow dancer, he was in the right place at the right time to accompany Corvego on assignment from the Raven Queen. Coming from another plane of existence, Mili often struggles to understand the culture and mannerisms of those around him, but thanks to his training in the shadow arts, he's better suited to hiding and listening anyways. In combat, he wields his whip in a graceful, dance-like performance, demonstrating his skill and agility as he channels the shadows around him to defeat his foes.
Today is your lucky day, because today you meet Corvego. I guarantee you have never met a man as gifted with a blade or as skilled in the arcane as I. For you see, Corvego is Ravenfolk and a devoted servant of the Raven Queen. In my past, I fell in with the wrong crowd. In desperation, I struck a deal with the Lady of the Shadowfell to become her servant in exchange for 3 gifts. First, the Raven Queen spared my life. Second, she granted me magical abilities. And third, she gifted me a traveling companion, a shadow elf named Mili. Upon returning to the Sword Coast, Mili and I embarked on a journey as adventurers. With a sword on my hip and a feather in my hat, I spend my time honing my abilities while fulfilling the will of the Raven Queen.
Why, hello, dearies. Let Granny take a good look at ya. Granny has been a wanderer of the woods for many decades, but don't go asking Granny how old she is. Just trust I have a few words of wisdom up my sleeve. Here's a free nugget just for you. Don't live in the woods with worms. It never ends well, even if some of them are nice to you and your family. Just leap before you get burned, literally and metaphorically. Talking to the birds and trees brings me joy, as does giving away sweet little rock candy. Granny may look old, but never underestimate a furball of the forest.
Oh, that's it.
And we're back.
Oh, look at all these suggested videos.
So, I don't think we have anything to talk about. Oh, it's Friday today, which is different than when we normally stream. Since it's summer and we all have jobs that kind of take us all over the place and things are kind of crazy, our schedule will change up a little bit. For example, next week we will not stream, we will not have a session, but we should the following week, and it should be on the Wednesday. But make sure you're checking our schedule at twitch.tv/onearmedgoblin to stay up to date in case we make any changes. Sorry, life happens. This week we had family birthdays, moving,
Holidays.
all kinds of things happening. So, sorry about that.
They could also follow us and then they get an email notification when we go live.
That's a good point. I wasn't going to, dig for followers.
I'm going to do the plug.
Someone's gonna see.
Alright,
I'm dying.
last time, we started as our group. Oh, I need music. What am I doing? Oh, man, I'm a rookie.
We need a stream deck.
I know, Stream Deck would be nice.
I don't know what that is.
It's basically just hotkeys.
Last
on
week.
its own.
Or, I guess last week. Last time, we started going into the town of Green Nest, which was on fire and being attacked by ruffians and bandits and kobolds and dragons. Things were firing down from the sky. People were being shoved out of their homes, run down in the streets. And you're immediately on the scene, betrayed by the people that you were leading towards the town, got up and started fighting, protecting a family of villagers and helping them get back to their keep, and meeting the people that were in charge of the town's defenses. After some overhead dragon attacks, which the party was able to hide away from, but the guards and other civilians were less lucky, you were able to make your way down into a secret tunnel of the keep. Cue the song, I know it's in all your heads. Finding that there were piles of rats that had taken the place up as their dens and homes and nests. And through some careful persuasion by Granny, who can speak with animals, you were able to go through without much of a fuss from the swarms of rats. Finding that the tunnel did connect to a major area of town and could possibly be used as an escape route later on. You made your way back to the keep, deciding to help in another way, finding it under attack as a group came in, trying to get in through the side. The doors were trying to be barred, but they didn't have enough manpower, and you went out and started fighting for your lives, trying to keep them from getting into the keep while the doors could be sealed and barred. And one by one, and sometimes one again,
Looking at you.
you fell until all of the party lay on the ground, exhausted from the fights of the day, and unsure of what was going to happen with the rest of the town. Now, you wake up with the noonday sun glaring in your bleary eyes, with your heads pounding, with sort of a recollection of what happened, but the fact that there's nothing going on is confusing at first. You're filled with the scent of dry, dusty dirt that has been kicked up. A little bit of ash, but it doesn't seem like that's the overwhelming presence that you get upon waking. And around you is the cold stone despite the noonday sun, as you realize you're on the outskirts of the keep still. Instead of strewn about where you had fallen, it's carefully sat up against the castle, or the keep walls. And it seems like someone did tend to you, and you're all okay, but you're missing most of your equipment, as it is sadly lost. Governor Nighthill is nearby, picking up the pieces of the night and the terrible things that have happened. But you're all awake, you feel a little more experienced with everything you went through, and you're at least alive. What would you like to do?
Oh, that hurt like a son of a...
Goodness.
It's convenient we all woke up at the same time.
Good morning.
Now we all have really healthy sleep schedules.
I think it's actually about noon.
This is about the normal time I wake up anyways.
Oh.
That doesn't sound very healthy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look at me. Speaking of sleeping, I had a weird dream last night.
Like,
I don't...
we're only in your underwear? Like what?
No.
What?
I don't know if
You
this
don't have
was
those kind of dreams?
No.
where you show up to school in your undies.
What school?
Never mind.
Education systems may vary.
I had a weird dream, and I don't know if it's due to the blunt force trauma or from other friends, but I think I learned a new phrase that I feel I should use on my mace. And I pull out my mace, the only thing that I've left to me, and I say, Ritus Flamme. And as I do, a green energy overtakes me and hurts me a little. Ow! But as that happens, the green comes from me and goes through my arms and is imbued into my maul, which burns with a small red flame.
You can see as this green makes its way through his body, starting at first in the extremities and then focusing in towards the chest and out through the arm. It almost seems like the energy itself licks up like flames in certain areas. And it's this little dance that you can see the pain and the effect of the flame arching through him until it raises up to the mace and resides there.
Oh, that's a pretty neat trick. I can do it too. I'm going to hold out my quarterstaff and cast Shillelagh, and it's going to turn like a mustardy yellow color and not like be as violent, but just kind of like glowy.
Yeah, but mine does this, and I'm going to hit the ground. And as I hit the ground, flames come out from where I hit it.
You know, that is
I
pretty
can already
neat.
do that. That's nothing new.
I usually like to start my days with tea.
I want at least one
I'm
campaign.
gonna stand up.
One campaign where we don't start demonstrating our powers on the surrounding town area.
It was just on the floor.
Who was
Such
it
a
that just
common
lightning
theme.
or blew up a tree last time? Was that Nate?
Yeah, Nate
that
shot a
was
tree
Nate.
with a gun that no one
Scared
else had
everybody.
ever seen before, and then Michaela burst
Terrified the
through a
villagers.
door, breaking it off the hinges.
Yeah. I'm gonna get up and
Okay.
leave them to their talking. I'm gonna go over to. I don't on my laptop saves on my notes.
Governor Nighthill?
Governor Nighthill.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'll follow Jeremus.
Okay. You would remember, to refresh all of you, Governor Nighthill is a human male that looks about 60 years old, a little bit older, but definitely has like a presence of authority in the city. As you approach, he's kind of like sifting through a little bit of area where the dirt kind of has an impression and a little bit of a ration has been stuck in there, and he picks it up and just kind of looks at it. This will have to do, I suppose. You're all awake.
Yes, it would appear that way.
Sorry we couldn't do more last night. We
We're grateful for what you
fought to our
could do.
last.
We saw how hard you all were fighting, and we fought the same.
Well,
Our-
what happened after we were out?
We weren't able to get the barricade up in time. Without the manpower, they were able to swarm into the keep. Took most of the supplies we had there. Luckily, they didn't come in and kill anyone or injure anyone further. It seemed like they were only after the goods, and after we offered those up, they took them and started heading out before dawn.
This looks like my hunch was correct.
Perplexing.
I don't know about y'all, but I want my stuff back.
Are you thinking of going after them?
I mean,
I am.
I want to, yes.
If you do, and if you do find their camp, I'd appreciate having information on where they are, what they're doing, why they took all of our goods and attacked our town here. If you can get any of our things back for us, that would be amazing as well.
I think we have to be careful because they clearly have a full-grown adult dragon. It's not exactly the easiest group of people that we can just go ahead and take stuff back from.
Well, if we try to follow them within the cover of the trees.
The dragon didn't seem to go in the same direction everyone else did.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just meant we have to be extraordinarily careful if we choose to pursue them.
Right.
Which direction did they go in?
Most of them, it was a little hard to tell. We were very tired as they were leaving, but
Don't worry,
it
guys.
seems like they were going possibly south.
I can find out for sure. And I get out on all fours and I start sniffing the ground. I start looking around for footprints, and then I look at it really closely and then lick it to see if I can tell where they went. And I'd like to do an investigation to see.
Go ahead and do perception for this one.
I was gonna ask if they took any wagons with them, because then I would just look for wheel ruts. But
You would be able to see wheel ruts. The problem is that some of them look like they're coming into town, some of them look like they're leaving. Once you find a trail, it'll be easier to follow.
Is it a nat 20?
Yeah.
With the nat 20, you notice
tastes like soup.
footprints and tracks coming into town that seem pretty shallow, but then as they're leaving town, they look a lot deeper. And you can tell that they're the more fresh footprints, and you could probably follow the trail pretty well. Mili, you had a thought.
Yes. One was I was going to ask if Cleo had seen which way people went from his perch up in the sky wherever he was chilling.
Can Cleo do that while you're unconscious?
He can continue to do whatever he wants while I'm unconscious.
Okay.
He does not cease to be.
Okay. Yeah, he would have seen them traipse out of town in kind of not an organized fashion, more so just when they were full up, they left. And all of them did seem to be heading some degree of south.
Okay. The other thing, a question for Carson, because this is not in character.
Yes.
Have you fought a dragon before, and if so, would I have known about it?
Probably not.
Probably not.
I don't think I've ever fought a dragon.
Okay.
I have. I hit it with my javelin.
I have single-hand combat.
Single combat.
Yeah. Hand-to-hand combat.
Oh, the
Pseudo-dragon.
dragon didn't have a mate?
And also, if I did do something like that, I probably wouldn't have told you unless you like explicitly asked.
Yeah, I would have just asked about some of your journeys and
Oh,
adventures. and
in that
stuff.
case, I probably would have.
Well, shall we be off? The longer we wait, the more tired we'll be without rations.
I see no point in staying here. Oh, we lost rations too, huh?
Yeah.
I can
Everything.
go foraging for us. It shouldn't be that big of a deal.
Those berries you could make were pretty helpful too.
Well,
Yes,
I wouldn't
that
mind.
would be that
Filled
that
my
is a
stomach.
backup option.
Governor, we don't know how far we'll be going. Do you have any way in which we could signal to you?
I don't have anything like flares or anything.
Do you have a fire starter? Tinderbox of some sort. Mine was stolen.
I don't know if I'd want you to set a big enough signal fire that would catch the forest.
Just small ones. I'll set two about 50 paces from one another. So if you see two lines, you'll know.
I can go looking around. You might be able to find some piles of hay or anything like that to get something started with.
Well, I figured we can
We can
just
find something. and-
forage for wherever we are. But can one of you start fires at command?
We gotta watch this!
Between the five of us, I think we can manage. We will need to be extra careful to look out for fresh water and food, of course, on the way.
We do have a secret storehouse that it didn't look like they were able to get into. It doesn't have much as far as provisions, but if you are able to find out a decent amount from these, whoever they are, or about them, or what they wanted, or if you can reclaim some of the items we lost, we would most likely be able to compensate you fairly well with some of the funds we have to rebuild.
Well, we'll do what we can. If you... these guys seem confident they can start a fire, so if you see two lines of smoke rising from the south, that means that we've found them and that it is safe for you to approach. We might not be able to bring all of it back on our own.
I don't know if we'll have any manpower to approach. We have a lot of people to take care of here.
That's true. Well, we'll carry what we can back then, and we'll just take...
Granny can carry more than it looks like she can.
We can take what manpower is available then.
People
Okay, good luck.
won't try to.
As my
I start walking south, and then I turn around, and I look at Ugthug, and I kind of like wait for him to start walking, because he's the one that...
Point! And I point in the direction that we're going.
So, can you just
Sniffing
like
it out.
taste the way they went? What was that all about?
Oh, I've been hunting for a long time. I know where they're going.
Oh, I have no doubt. I'm just curious, like, how does licking the ground help?
Because the sweat that comes from them falls and hits the ground and then goes the opposite way of the way that they were going.
Okay.
And I can count and I can tell by the concentration of sweat on my tongue
At
if
this
it's heavier
point,
on one side towards the other of which direction they're going.
I I see. At this point, I'm going to try and, like, kind of walk behind him with Mili and be like, all right, be straight with me. Do you think Ugthug's bullshitting us?
I think this man is crazy. He just licked the dirt from my head.
There's no way.
He just turned green and then his sword was on fire. Was mace? It was on fire.
I think he's right in the direction they went, but I think he just wanted to lick the ground.
Perhaps he was hungry. He has not eaten in a while. He did eat a lot, did he not? I do remember him having a big appetite.
True, but surely he could find something better than the ground.
I mean, who am I to judge? I'm not from around here.
Salt will keep you hydrated, son.
Well, I don't know how you guys do it in the Shadowfell, but in the material realm, we don't just go around licking dirt.
But we definitely do.
There's good nutrients in the soil.
I don't go licking dirt for no reason.
Oh, I never said there was no reason.
I mean, clearly it worked. Well, I'm assuming it worked.
With a wanderer background,
I'll lead.
Do I know, like, it says I have an excellent memory for maps, and I likely would have wanted to look at a map before I started my journey in general.
That makes sense.
Do I know what's south?
South of here is mostly forest and plains. There isn't a minor or major settlement in the exact direction they seem to be heading for quite a long time.
Okay.
I'm gonna start thinking, is that where my orc clan is from?
No, they would be a little bit more north and west.
Oh, good. Okay.
As we start to walk, I'm going to send Cleo beyond the reach that Cleo can communicate with me, but to just kind of keep an eye on us so that he's going the right direction, but like to be scouting ahead, and then if he does see something, to come back and report.
Okay. Can you make me a perception roll for Cleo?
Yes.
Also, did you have something that you
No.
wanted to? Okay.
Thank you. That was helpful. 22.
Oh, I thought
It
you were
rolled off
sarcastic.
of a 1 to a 19. So
Oh, wow.
It was nice.
Gotta like that.
Noted. As you make your way to the edge of town, there's not much of a trail heading south, but there is a little bit of area that the trees are less dense and you're able to go through them into the wilderness. There's a figure kind of waiting around. They've got one crutch kind of keeping them supported, and it seems like they've got either a busted ankle or a broken foot or something. And as they see you coming, wait, please, wait! You see that this is a young man. He's heavily relying on this crutch. I heard you talking with the governor earlier, from a little ways away. Do you intend to follow the raiders?
You have quite good ears to hear us all the way out here.
I mean, if you were listening, you should know that we do intend to follow them.
It was a far distance, and I hobbled over here too quick.
I see. Never mind.
You know, the
Continue.
last random people we trusted didn't end up being so trustworthy.
I understand. I'm not looking to come with you or anything. I just have a request, please.
Speak your mind.
It's important. My master that I was here in town with, his name is Lewison Erlanthar. He was a monk from Bear Dusk, and he disappeared last night when the cultists, when whatever group that was attacked. A few others and I fought our way to the keep, but he didn't come with us. He didn't make it there. If you're going to find them, can you see if he's there too?
Well, what does he look like?
He's got a slight build. He's a half-elf. Not too tall for a half-elf, about medium average. Looks a lot more lithe and firm in his convictions, if that makes sense as a description.
How about hair and eye color?
That would help.
Do you have anything of his?
I'm not great at the whole. He looks.
Do you have anything that belongs
strong
to
in his
him on
convictions.
I do, yes. He has dark hair, a bit of a goatee as well. I have his staff. It's broken, but
Don't
it's
you have
his.
brown hair and also mustache?
Yeah, I do.
At this point, I'm going like, Jeremus, is that you?
You a half elf?
No,
You have.
But you are a human, right?
I am a human with a hair almost this long, probably a little bit longer than this, and a mustache goatee combo.
Heck
Are
yeah.
you sure it's not him?
Yeah.
I am fairly certain.
Are you sure you're not him?
Yes.
No.
Yeah, I'm just making sure.
That's
All we found when we went
truffles.
looking for him this morning was his broken staff and this choker that he always wore.
Can I see it?
Yeah, you look at the choker, it seems to be, it's mostly a braided leather, but it has a little bit of like design, what is the word? Printed into the leather, I guess is the right word.
Stamped.
Where it's this silver lined design of a dragon.
You know, I've been in many brothels in my time, and a lot of the ladies would wear these. It's a very popular fad nowadays.
How long have you known this man?
He's been my master for quite some time. We just barely came in from Candlekeep not too long ago.
I thought the Shadowfell was a dark
Looking at the
place.
dragon, can I do like a religion or history check to see if it looks like Bahamut? Like typical depictions of Bahamut?
Give it a try, yeah.
Do I notice him doing this?
Which one?
Or like-
History or...
Which one are you? I'd probably do religion if you're trying to figure that out specifically.
Are you obviously like studying it?
I mean, I feel like you'd have to.
21.
21?
Guys, we're rolling like great this time.
Yeah. Where was this last
Don't use up our luck now.
Doesn't necessarily seem like it's Bahamut linked.
Okay. Someone ahead of time.
What is
You
your
just
name?
Generic dragon.
You get the similarity because it is a silver/platinum-y color and it is a dragon, but it's not a direct link to Bahamut.
What is your name?
My name is Nessim Waladra.
Did your mother have a mouthful of potatoes when she birthed you?
Hey, be nice to the
My
young
name is
man.
Nessim.
Nessim.
I'm gonna use disguise self and make myself look like the person he just described to us.
The nose is a little bit off. It's a little more slender, less bulbous. And he kind of critiques you a little bit and says, "You'll know him when you see him. I can't imagine it'd be too hard to find a monk that shouldn't be with the group you're looking for."
We'll take care of any captives we find.
Don't worry. Don't worry. When we find those guys that took your master, we're gonna nest them up.
That was really good.
That supposed to be funny?
If I wasn't in so much pain, I would laugh.
We're laughing because it was really stupid.
I do want you to know.
So
I genuinely
his-
think
his-
it.
his
Nancy,
name
please
is
tell
Nessim.
us. Let us
Jeremus
use
genuinely thinks it's funny. He likes it.
And don't worry.
His name is Nessim.
Don't worry about it.
I don't get it.
Can you what was it? Can you spell out your his name for me?
The one that you're looking for, or my name?
Oh, the one we're looking for.
His
I know
name
your
is
name.
Leosin. Leosin.
Wow, I was very wrong on that one.
He's been investigating these raiders for months now. We came here because they've been raiding other areas, and it seemed like they were going to go for a bigger town next. And it seemed like we were right. But no one really understands the bandits better than Master does.
So you were following the bandits?
Sort of. It was more of a research thing rather than like a physical following. We just kind of got lucky thinking that they'd be here.
You are do they call news reporter?
What's the news?
Exactly. It would probably be best to get more information from Master Leosin.
This is a good idea. Let us be on our way, companions.
We'll find.
Can I keep this? As I hold up the choker?
He wants to be
Prefer
choked
if you
too?
do find him, if you could return it to him. but
Yes.
That's between you two.
Okay, I will return it to him if we find him.
Well, another thing, one of my brothers has gone to Bear Dusk for to try and bring back some help to help with the situation. It'll be a few days, probably a week, until he makes it back here. But if you can find anything else or rescue Leosin in the meantime, I don't think he'd last that long if he is a prisoner.
We will do our best.
If what I know of monks, I think they're a little more acquainted with not having the worldly things. So I think he'll be alright. But we'll do our best.
I'm gonna put on the choker.
Okay.
No.
It's a little tight. You're gonna have to really get it like squeezed to
Okay,
fit around your neck.
so it
I
doesn't
don't
fit.
understand the
I'm gonna
appeal,
take it
but
off,
He is choking.
and I'm gonna put it on truffles.
Okay.
As a little belt.
It's
That's a belt.
It's a nice little belt around his rotund belly.
In the hopes
choking.
that if we're around the area
Once we get on the road.
and the monk sees us, he'll recognize the choker and
I think we
strike
stole
up
it.
conversation with us, and in case we miss him.
Or like try to attack us and steal it back.
Either way, we'll find him.
Are we on our way now?
You are.
Okay.
So you
As we leave, I want to be taking note of any animals that we come across, especially birds.
Okay.
And then also make note of places that I can gather berries and potentially easy small game to kill and water.
Well, there's a random raven floating up there, but I don't
So
think
he's
that's
doing a
what they're
survival
looking for.
check, is what I'm hearing.
So to forage and try and find things to eat, you could do that, but you probably wouldn't be able to do that and also try and make connection
Okay, screw
points
the
with nature.
foraging. I want to look for birds.
Okay. Go ahead and make me
Somebody wants to wild shape.
nature check to try and find the right areas that they would be seen.
Okay, and this is just as we go.
Yeah. Also, if this is for your wild shape,
It's not.
okay. I was gonna say you've lived in the
I've
forest.
seen birds before.
You've seen birds before.
You know what
You
birds
can't
are
turn
called?
into one yet, but you've seen them.
Mili,
That's a dirty 20.
We're
So-
so good.
do you understand the concept of necklaces?
Yes, they are jewelry. They look beautiful.
So, chokers don't literally choke. They're just like necklaces, as if they were tight around your neck, not tight enough to choke you.
Bro,
But they are called choker.
Yes.
They choke you.
It's just
Because they don't have any slack when they're around your neck.
exactly. Also, would you like me to explain the joke Ugthug said earlier?
Yes, I don't. It was.
As you
nothing was
explain the
his-
joke, what you find as you're going along is there are several places where you can see, kind of further off but still present, various small birds in nests up in the trees. You are able to, in a few places, locate where you would definitely be able to find a little burrow where small rodents would probably have a nest down there, as well as some trees that have some homes with squirrels in them. What exactly are you hoping to do with all that?
I want to be able to talk to a bird,
Okay.
and essentially, I want to try to ask it and convince it. First I'd say I'd try to figure out if it had seen a large group of people moving through.
Okay. You spot this little, what's the word? Is that a swallow? A little swallow that just kind of is hopping around on a branch. And as you speak out to it, it just really quickly turns towards you, very caught off guard that you're talking to it and that it can understand you. But with your line of questions being, have you seen a large group come out here? It kind of chitters this higher pitched tune that you can kind of guess is some affirmation.
And then I want to try and see if it could give me any kind of estimate as to how imposing the group is, or
As
how
far as
large it
how
is.
large? Ooh. It kind of widens its wings and motions really bigly, but it's a large
Right,
group.
yeah.
Really big.
Okay.
It's hard for a really small bird that probably doesn't have a huge amount of intelligence.
Right.
It doesn't necessarily count. Or
No, yeah, that makes sense. And then the last thing I want to talk to it about is essentially asking it to let other birds know that I'm here and that I'm a friend of the woods.
Okay. It kind of chitters again and then flies off.
Very own lady of the night.
Why is the-
Okay, so now do you understand that?
Yeah,
that
it was
mess
not.
of-
It was not funny
Yeah,
joke.
That's.
It was not.
But
funny.
I was laughing because it was a stupid.
You
joke.
left because it's not funny.
So yes. Sometimes it's funny when someone's trying to be funny, but they fail at being funny, and so you laugh because it was a failed attempt.
So,
I
Granny,
see.
you can shapeshift into animals.
You've never seen Granny do this. That's a little interesting.
Yeah, when
of
I
an
said that, it was
accusation.
out
I
of
guess he
character.
was talking about, that's why it was on my
Yeah, I haven't talked about it yet.
Okay, well, I'll save the dialogue option for later then, if you want to like that.
Dialogue
Turns
option.
to look like the guy.
That's
You have
true.
not met the requirements for this
You have
conversation.
to-
We
did
continue
change
on
yourself
for a
to
while.
Look like
Alright.
the guy that
So,
Nessum was talking about.
you continue on your path for a little while. I'm going to cut it a little bit short so you can make a little bit of progress. After about half of a mile, the kind of forestry area you're in kind of clears up, and these more rocky areas start to become the major terrain that you're going through. These rocky plateaus with these gentle rolling hills that you're coming along. The trail that you're following in is still fairly fresh and very deep. It's not hard at all to keep on the trail. Ugthug, through his sniffs and grunts and things, is able to direct what everyone else can see is clear tracks that are heading directly outside of town. Until you do see smoke several miles away. You're not up to it yet, but it looks like some sort of camp just a few miles past.
The same direction we're walking?
Stealth?
What time of day is it?
At this point, you've probably been walking about 12 miles. 2 p.m., I don't know.
I think it...
Wait. That would be really fast.
Like 3 or 4.
Anyway, 4-ish.
I think it would be wise if we didn't draw attention to ourselves.
Agreed.
I'm going to be close by, but I will want to get an aerial view. I'll be amongst the trees.
There are no trees.
Cleo is also scouting.
What do you mean?
Didn't we go out of the forest?
You are out of the forest. It's not like it's devoid of trees, it's just not as dense. It's mostly like rolling hills with rocky features, but there are trees.
Okay.
So I could still, like, quote-unquote, fly amongst the trees, like...
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it would be like kind of the equivalent if someone was directly watching you of like the shows where you can see them dart between lampposts.
Yeah. I am explicitly able to fly without making sound.
Yes, because of your
race. My race!
Anyway,
Your base race.
Yes.
I will say Cleo, who has flown ahead, would have warned you about this before you had initially seen it.
Okay.
But there'd be no need for you to stealth yet, as the audible distance would be far past when you guys actually start seeing the smoke. However, Cleo is able to see that there are what seems to be in this kind of like, not necessarily a full cave, but a little bit of like in a loose jumble of rocks, a camp that's been made of about 4 humanoid creatures and 8 of these lizard men that she would report back to you about. And they just look like they're cooking up something.
Lizard men. There are some lizard men in the little camp up at.
They're kobolds.
I will stay amongst the trees, but I will stand nearby in case we want to engage.
I say we engage, but try to save some of the humanoids so they can tell us where they went.
Wait,
If we
can
do
you
this,
tell us
let's-
about humanoids or just the lizard people?
I recite everything he said.
Right.
Okay.
No, that's totally okay. I'm not saying that like sarcastically.
Yeah, I said a little bit because I didn't want to take time repeating everything he said.
Yeah,
Well,
that's my fault.
Not because I was keeping anything.
I'm okay with that.
I also want to try out this bad boy.
Okay.
We gotta make a decision quick. So let's do it.
So are you stealthing up to this area?
I'd say so.
Yeah.
Would all of you make a stealth check?
Can I
for me?
get?
Oh, there's my trash roll.
Nat 20! Woo!
8.
I'm gonna give myself guidance.
So this is more over time, and guidance only lasts for, was it 1 minute,
Yeah.
1 round? So I'd say for this one, it's not necessarily something you can give yourself guidance
That
on.
makes sense.
I got a 4.
But if you get up to the area where you can directly see them and you're about to
I rolled
attack,
a nat 20
let me know what you add your guidance on.
Okay.
So, natural 20
for 26.
for 26, rad.
17.
17,
8.
8, 4,
17.
17.
go.
That's pretty good overall. Okay. You feel like your group as a whole is fairly stealthy as you go. Immediately, Ugthug is kind of doing his little sniffing, grunting thing, and Mili and Corvego have to kind of be like, stop.
It's fresher around these parts.
And then Jeremus kind of rolls his eyes, and clanks forward, and Granny gives him a stop and shows him how to move with the armor a little slower. And you make your way up to this area. You do see 4 humans that are cooking what looks like small game and fowl around a fire, and 8 kobolds eagerly watching with this like crooked posture, a good like 10 feet away from the group, but like waiting for their turn to come in. It doesn't necessarily look like the 2 groups are that agreeable, but they're definitely on the same side, if that makes sense.
They're not wearing like capes or anything.
No, these are kind of wearing traditional leathers that you would see most like bandits or adventurers or ruffians wearing. You also notice that as they're cooking and kind of sitting around, none of the humans have their weapons on them. They're all kind of stacked off to the side of the camp. However, all of the kobolds do have their weapons strapped to their hip.
What are the weapons that they aren't holding?
I can look at the stat blocks. Probably scimitars.
Yeah.
Where are the weapons at?
Um,
They're gonna be this crate.
Yeah, the humanoid figures, it looks like they have their scimitars all off to the side. The kobolds are all having daggers up at their hips. Okay. Just like towards the human side of things.
Luke, I'm gonna steal your camera again.
Okay, go for it.
And where are we stealthing in from? Behind the kobolds or closer to the humans?
You would be coming from the side where they'd both be like facing each other.
So either there or there, yeah.
Yeah. Perfect.
Gotcha.
Are the weapons on the other side?
They're where they are. Yeah,
Okay.
that's probably pretty good. And it seems like they get to a point where the food is at least ready enough that the kobolds kind of come forward and take about half of it and retreat over to their side and start gnawing on it while the humans kind of like look over kind of both in this like confused and I don't like that kind of way and continue to cook their portion. As you're going in, I feel like with the surprise round that I know you guys are going to get based on your stealth rolls, rolling initiative will be a little, we'll see if we need to. So we're going to do initiative by going around the table, starting with Jeremus, if that's cool. And
How often does action surge come back?
Short rests.
Oh,
Yeah, so
cool.
you have actions.
So we'll switch to a battle playlist. For the record, we do not own any of this music, and we will make better playlists in the future. Hopefully that appeases the Twitch gods for the
I
meantime.
mean, we can't be monetized, so I don't know if
Oh, it's not-
probably fine.
Yeah, it's just
Um,
copyright.
So if I'm back here,
So we're essentially in turn-based mode right now.
Yeah.
Turn-based combat mode.
For the Baldur's Gate people.
well, since I just got action surge, you know I got an action surge.
Well, we'll see how much you do with your first round first.
Well, I
before
want
you
to
have to.
dash,
Oh, okay.
so I'm gonna action surge dash, and I should be able to get to right here
Okay.
in front of the weapons, and I'm just gonna stab this guy.
All right. Go ahead and roll to hit.
I want revenge.
Is this advantage since stealth or no?
Since
16.
you dashed in there, I'm gonna say no advantage, but 16 does hit.
And that'll be 7 slashing damage.
7 points of slashing damage won't be enough to almost take one out. And as you rush in and stab and get in between these people and their weapons, they all turn and go, "Who are you?" Ah! As the one takes your weapon to the side. And now they're at least aware of the party's presence. I will not say that you guys do get the advantage, but you still get the full surprise round. I feel like that's fair.
Sorry if you were banking on advantage. I just wanted to get in front of their weapons.
Yeah, you're good. Who's up next? Mili.
You said it's like evening meal time?
They're prepping some sort of meal. It's like 4:30.
Okay.
If it was 6 miles away, and we already gone like 12 miles, so it'd be about 5 or 6 by the time we got here.
I'll come over here. And
But the DM can also say whatever time he wants. It could be 4 o'clock all the time.
It's 8 a.m.
The time never changes.
The weather's always clear. It's always 4 o'clock.
It's always
Everything's
sunny
always
in the
perfectly
Sword
lit.
Coast.
There's no wind direction. The moon doesn't change phases unless I want there to be a werewolf encounter.
as I'm running over here and I pull out my whip, I'm going to take a bonus action to kind of shake out my shoulders and get into a battle stance and kind of start lightly stepping and dancing around a little bit with my whip here, preparing for anyone coming. And I will additionally take the ready action in case anyone comes close to. Can I do ready action to do Green Flame Blade?
That is a spell that you can cast?
Yes.
Yes, but you do spend it even if you do
It's
not
a
use
cantrip,
your...
so-
Oh, okay,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay, I will ready Green Flame Blade if someone comes close.
It's an action spell, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Okay.
Too bad you don't have like shatter. Just
Ugthug.
drop every single one of those
Is
kobolds.
Corvego in the air or are you on the ground?
I'm on the ground. Oh no, I would have gone in the air.
But like, were you in the air when we started
Yeah,
combat?
I was flying.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go as close to the priests as I can with my 30 movement, and then I'm gonna ready my attack.
Okay. Just for if anyone comes close.
Yeah, because I can't make it there.
Okay.
This turn.
Next up's Granny.
Okay. And that's my turn. Or I'm gonna bonus action. I dash my action. Bonus action. Cast. Shillelagh.
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 Gotcha.
Nailed it.
Okay.
And like brandish it.
Describe to me, how does this look?
It's again like that yellow glow coming from the staff, but it's a deep yellow, more of a mustard kind of a thing. And as I have both, I'm wielding it with both of my hands, and so on the spots that I'm making contact, there's like a richer yellow there, and then the rest of it's just kind of emanating that other yellow light.
Love it. All right, Corvego.
Okay, I can't. My back's a little messed up, so I can't move. Could you move me forward 30 feet?
He's right in front of us.
right in front of, like, yeah.
Yeah, so you'll just have to put it down now, like that on that square. And then I'm gonna cast Eldritch Blast on that guy.
Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast.
The injured one?
That's a 26 to hit.
Oh, this guy's dead.
Oh, maybe. Do you have more than 1 damage?
Yep. Yeah, that's 10 force damage.
He gone.
That's my turn.
As this guy was cooking some rabbit stew, got
My rabbit stew now.
They took our rations.
Stabbed and then blasted, and is dead in 6 seconds. We're now going to start the initial round of combat. I think we will roll initiative for this.
Oh,
Nice.
Bad luck had to come to an end.
Yep.
yeah, me
Or
too.
good luck.
We all rolled trash?
Yeah.
Probably.
So it's like we didn't even get a surprise.
I rolled alright.
Okay. Anyone above 20? Okay. Anyone above 15?
I am 15.
You are at 15. There's one person before Mili.
Oh, which one?
Kobolds or person?
Person.
Are you only doing the people individually?
No, so, sorry. The people are before Mili. Did anyone get... Wait, sorry. What did the Kobolds have as their dex mod? I hate when they're so far away.
-3.
Nope.
Minus
It's actually
four.
-4.
Mili, what is your dex mod?
3.
Like a +3?
Yes.
Okay. No, just a
It's just 3.
3.
My dex is always just 3.
Right
Like,
after Mili is the Kobolds.
Okay.
Yes, we basically didn't get a surprise right.
And then above 10?
Doesn't matter at this point.
I got a 5.
I got 6.
I got 8.
Jeez, I'm last.
More than me.
Yeah, I've got more decks.
Rad. Alright. So,
I still
it
have +3,
is the
though, that's pretty
cultist's
good.
turn. They do not
Still
have their
+3 was
weapons, and you're standing between them and their weapons.
Yeah,
so
step
they're like,
off.
Where'd you come from? All Skyrim style. And they're coming at you with their fisticuffs.
Never should have come here.
Never should have come here. That'll be a
Oh,
6.
great, you're finally awake.
Nope.
And then the other one... Wait.
I should let the dude hit me and break his knuckles on my shield or my chest plate. Yeah.
15? No, sorry, 17. My
Nope.
bad. Wow. All
I
right.
got 18, baby.
Oh my
As
goodness.
the first one comes in with a wide swing, and you just step back slightly, enough to just make him kind of lose his balance, and he has to take the rest of his turn getting back up. The other one makes solid connection and just... Ow!
You hear the crunch.
It is now Mili's turn.
Okay.
Wait, what happened to the other one?
There's 3 of them still.
Oh, there's 3 still. Sorry.
Did the other one also come at me?
I mean, he would have had to. That's an
Okay.
8 to hit.
Nope.
Guys, we gotta stop telling the DM stuff.
I can't see.
It's their fists. I'm not afraid. You
Come
can
in.
probably see it on the screen. The
Oh
Twitch
yeah, I
screen.
forgot about the screen.
Yeah, but
That's
it's
the
got
Alright,
lag,
Mili.
so.
What you
Okay,
got?
Oh,
I
yeah,
walked
that's
up to
true.
this guy, and I'm going to swing my flamey whip.
Okay. And also, no, I don't have lag because this is OBS, so it plays in.
No, right?
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
you were watching it live.
I'm
also watching it
a 13 to hit on the Kobold.
13 hits.
Okay. It's gonna be. Oh, that's off. I'll
Gone
get that
forever.
later. Okay, I
God, you
can't
gotta
roll.
get it in your dice tray.
Dang. Okay, that's 5 damage to
That'll do it.
the one, and then 3 fire damage to the turquoisey one.
Okay, the one that took the 5 is Gonzo.
Bye.
Kobolds
Yeah, dude.
don't have a lot of health.
It would have been so satisfying to hit that with a shatter. And just
Yeah.
watch
I
them
know.
all die.
But one time, I'm a magic caster and I don't have like Thunder Wave.
Oh, Thunder Wave would have been super satisfying too. You're just like, boom!
Bye.
Dang
It'd be like using a shockwave in Battlefield.
I think it's
or-
Kobolds.
Yeah.
Are you doing
Yeah,
it?
that's it for me.
Wilderness
Okay.
Conquest. So.
As you attack them, the kobolds shout out, "Ah! Ah!" and the rest of them are going to come in and converge on you, trying to make their attacks.
On me?
On me.
Okay, I'm
Oh,
away
sorry,
from them.
my
I
bad.
stepped back, so...
Yes, you
So
did.
Granny's the closest.
Yeah, they're all going to come for Granny.
Yeah.
All
probably as many as
7
can
of
get there.
them.
With their daggers.
I think they could. Maybe the one guy can't.
Well, if these guys went farther around...
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
That's a lot of them. I'd say
They're
that
small, so they can share space too.
I'd say that 3 of them are actually going to stay back because they're a little smarter than I'm giving them credit for. They're dumb, but they're also, you know,
Okay.
They're conniving.
yeah.
There we go. 3 of them kind of stayed back.
And
Conniving.
4 around Granny, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. They do have pack tactics, so all their attacks will be with advantage.
Yep.
Wish I was in that spot.
Yeah.
I got that AC, baby.
That's a 19,
That hits.
They all got daggers though. So that's it.
a 15,
That hits.
Uh-oh.
a 16,
That hits.
Granny.
and a 14.
That hits.
Oh my.
4 attacks, 4 hits from the kobolds.
4d4 plus
Whoa.
8 probably. Yeah, nailed it.
We'll see what happens.
It's a
Well,
max.
we survived 44.
So
Yeah.
if they roll above a 9, then you're down.
Well, let's hope I'm not rolling because I just rolled almost max damage on the dice.
Total of 19 points of damage.
Yep, I'm down.
Granny goes
Oh.
down. The other
Bye,
3
Granny.
are going to take out slings and try to make a 30-foot range attack at Mili. I think they're
Yep,
close enough.
they're all close.
Yeah, they're definitely close.
They don't get advantage. What? Hang on. Yeah, nope. They do not. Ooh, 21.
Hope somebody else is healing. I do not.
Let me do some quick math. Okay. As the one comes towards me, I will...
He's not coming towards you, he's throwing
the
a
sling thing comes towards
Oh,
me.
the stone.
Me.
Okay.
The stone comes towards me. I'm going to say,
Oh.
no, you don't.
Granny, I apologize.
Huh?
These kobolds are in sunlight, so they have disadvantage on attack rolls.
We need to redo all the rolls.
I do. We're gonna restart
Well,
that.
just do 2
Okay.
of the kobolds. Like combine the first 4 that you did into 2.
Well, so I rolled with advantage because of pack tactics, but with disadvantage it's a normal
Oh.
roll. So I'm
That's
just
why
gonna
I
restart their turn. Sorry. Okay, 23 on the first one.
Yeah.
Nat 20.
11,
Nope.
6,
Nope.
and 15.
Yes.
So only 2 hit. That's much better.
Yeah.
11. 11
Okay.
points of piercing damage.
It's a little bit better.
Yeah.
And now against Mili with disadvantage. 12,
Nope.
10.
Nope.
Man, I rolled so good earlier. 8 or 7.
Nope.
Yep, that's the kobold's turn.
Yay!
Gotta love that sunlight sensitivity.
Use a spell slot after all.
Gotta love when your DM actually reads the character.
That
The,
makes more sense, though, 'cause it was
monster's
like-
sheets.
12 enemies. That's a lot. But if they got sunlight sensitivity, then it's like, we're only fighting like 8.
Yep. All right. Onward.
Plus their weak sauce.
Corvego.
All right. These guys are kind of worthless. I'm kind of thinking you can
I
take
got
them
him,
out.
dude.
I'll
1v3.
shoot the yellow kobold.
Okay.
Eldritch Blast.
To quote,
Nat
20.
He's dead.
You don't even roll.
We have to know what the damage would be.
They have 5 health.
we gotta.
You
We
roll.
gotta.
You shoot him, and there's nothing. No
That would have been
remains.
17 force damage.
Thank you,
As you
Overkill.
shoot this Eldritch Blast at them, not only does it completely kill them, but you see in the blast it turns into a raven, and it opens its beak, cawing out as it devours the kobold, leaving nothing behind but just a shadow that slowly disappears.
One overkill to kill one
Inspiration?
kobold.
Inspiration?
Oh! Wasn't that the new rule? We'll get there later.
I don't know what the
We'll
new
get there
rule is.
later.
I was just like,
We'll
just
get there later. He's dead.
triple overkilling a kobold.
Yeah.
That doesn't give you inspiration.
I-
so.
Who's next?
Me! I'm gonna stab one guy, I guess.
Gotta love the fighter.
I guess
19.
I'll hit it.
19 hits.
I don't know.
And that'll be 8 slashing.
So close.
And I'll just shout, surrender or die.
Okay. Can I have you make an intimidation check?
Sure.
With advantage after dang it.
17.
17's pretty good.
I
Okay.
didn't even need it.
I had to re-roll it because it was cocked and it was a 19 and then it rolled an 18. So I was like, yeah, it was about the same.
That's the one that was damaged with the fire.
Who's that?
One?
Ugthug.
Oh, me. I'm going to run at the yellow guy
Okay.
and finally swing my
Kill him before he
my
can
maul.
surrender.
Jeremus, which of those 3 did you hit?
Huh?
I was assuming I hit the one closest to the weapons.
That's blue.
The blue guy.
Okay.
9.
9 will miss, unfortunately. You're so excited. You were down sniffing the ground. You kind of trot forward and just kind of stumble over yourself, but you're still there.
Gee, dang
Anything
it.
else?
Nope.
Okay.
Wait. Yes, that's it.
Okay. Next up is Granny.
Okay, I'm gonna just swing at this guy. This kobold that's in front of me, the red one, or the teal one.
Because he's hurt.
Yeah.
Okay.
And because I have that one spell, Shillelagh, I'm gonna use my wisdom instead, which is very nice.
Classic Utah name.
Gosh dang it! That's a 6 to hit.
I'm sorry, 6 will not hit.
Okay.
The kobolds are pretty small. They are a little bit live, and this one is able to dodge your souped-up smack attack. As we make it back up to the cultists.
Souped up smack attack that sucks.
The blue one is going to step forward towards me 1 square and grab his weapon from the ground. Because it's not an actual chest, you know.
Yeah.
He's going to make a scimitar strike against Jeremus. That'll be a 19.
That'll hit.
Dealing. I need a new die.
D100, right?
6 points of slashing damage. The next 2 are going to fisticuffs. One against Ugthug is a nat 20 with their fists.
Darn.
Which is weird because it's an unarmed strike, so it's.
You probably just
I'll just double it.
double.
You take 2 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ow!
Because it's 1 plus their strength mod, and they have a +0.
Nice.
The fist attack against Jeremus is a 22.
That hits.
So you take 1 point of bludgeoning damage.
Dang, these guys came to scrap.
I mean, they've done more damage than I have.
Is now, I think,
Mili's turn.
Mili.
Next time I'll put the initiative on that side so you can see it in the
Camera. That'd
so
be
everyone
nice.
can see it.
Okay, I'm gonna swing my
I could do it
flamey
now.
whip at the red one.
Don't worry about it.
With a 17 to hit.
Yeah.
17 hits.
I'll flip it.
For 10 slashing
Dead.
to him, and 3 fire to the turquoise one, which is the same one I hit previously. with fire.
Also dead.
Bye.
Got him.
So now just a slingshot boy.
No, there's still one with the knife.
Oh, there's 1.
3.
Don't worry, I'll
Okay.
kill him dead.
And that's it for me.
Okay. Next up is the kobolds. Hard to see. There are 4 of them left.
Yeah, 3 with slingshots, 1 with a dagger.
So they all have the same weapons. They're holding a dagger in one hand and a sling in the other.
Okay.
Technically, I don't know if you can. Whatever.
That's
what
what
they
that
can
makes
do.
it
in the model. So.
Yes, you can.
Um,
look at them.
He does this and stabs himself in the eye with his knife.
Granny gonna get stabbed potentially.
Okay.
They're also not slingshots, they're
Yeah.
slings.
Oh, they're
and that's
slings.
with disadvantage because you don't have another kobold within 5 feet of you.
He does not.
7.
That misses.
The others are going to try their slings. It's probably not going to do anything, but they're going for
me or
melee.
him? Okay.
You know, you see all those videos of like, this is the
7?
highest AC you can
Nope.
get. I want to see, I don't think I've seen one that's like, this is
10.
the lowest
Lowest
AC you can have.
All right, that's the kobolds.
Get a
-3
3
dex.
to your.
Very flustered. They look. The ones with slings
I did not need
are
to
going to
use this
take. Well, they have 30 feet. They're going to try and move 30 feet away from Granny.
from Granny.
Kind of in that diagonal.
Okay. 5.
Shovel range of Eldritch Blast.
So going straight diagonal, just do 4 spaces. Yeah.
All right. Next up, we have Corvego.
That's all you,
move me
baby.
2 squares diagonal, kind of towards Granny, just so they can't run away.
Like that?
Yep. Actually, what is that? 15.
Yeah.
See, I want to go another 2, but I don't know if that's going to be annoying to move those ones.
No, you just look them up.
Yeah. Let's do that.
Guys, just do this.
Oh, true. True.
Someone's using their brain, and
All right,
not
I'm
me.
going to shoot that guy.
That's my
Engineer.
engine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's his job.
Engineer.
He has a degree for that.
Oh. It's an 8 to hit.
That doesn't hit.
It's also that one.
You should have led
Oh,
with
there's
that. Unfortunately, it seems like your Raven powers have ravened their powers lately, and now it's hard for you to Raven your powers
Yeah,
again.
it's a leaf that's on the way down. It's just really unlucky.
A fly came right into space, and you just
Blast it. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm hitting the guy at the scimitar.
Okay.
Next time, 10.
10 misses. All right. After Jeremus is Ugthug.
Yes. And the dude who fisticuffed me, I'm not gonna just roll over and take that.
It's the whole 2 damage.
You threw your bolts
That's
around and punched him
offensive.
back.
That's offensive.
It hurt really bad. Freak. Can't remember what my
Jeremus, you haven't been using your shield shove.
Oh yeah. Well, next time.
Next time.
I was like, why is he doing
I'm trying to
I can find
remember.
the name of it for you.
Well, no,
Although
I
if
have
I
it.
get
I
hit
have
again, I'll
a
probably use
role
my
play
second win
thing
next
for
time.
it.
But I forgot about my shield shove. That's like my 1-2 combo.
Yeah.
That's not it. No. Well, forget about it for now.
Alright.
I'm using my blood curse on
Forget
this
about
dude. I just don't remember what my saying for it was because it's in Latin and I didn't memorize it. But basically, I'm cursing this guy that punched me because I'm mad at him.
Ugthug forgets the word for the curse.
He
Curse
just
just
screams F you.
flips the guy off and then attacks him.
Same effect, right?
That's gonna hit. 22 to hit.
I'll be the judge of that. Yeah, you hit.
So that's 9.
9 is what they have.
Well, I want to see all the damage I was gonna do.
Can he triple
I mean,
overkill it too?
I
We'll
glued him
see.
onto this base, so I guess I could have printed another one, scaled him
17.
down, and stuck him on that base.
17 points of damage.
could.
Yes.
Will you describe to me how your blood curse takes this man down to hell?
So I'm gonna say flip him off, and then the red is gonna come up around him. And as it's like he looks down to look at it, I'm gonna bop him on the head as hard as I can with my maul, and go bitch, and then he's just gonna go straight down to hell.
Ugthug charges in, just what's the word? Fuck! And the guy gets hit, just oh fuck, and then just gets dropped down into the
That's
underworld.
the Looney Tunes way to get sent down.
It's like one of
Coming
those
in with
carnival
the
things
Smash
where you gotta
Bros.
hit the
hammer,
belt.
dude.
Yeah.
Bonk. Go to hell.
And then as I go to my turn, I say, okay, we need to keep 1 for interrogation. And then I pass turn.
Okay.
Not that one, though.
That one punched me.
Granny.
Yeah, I'm just gonna try to hit this guy again. The green kobold. That is a 10 to hit.
I'm sorry, Granny. Your joints kind of creak into shape, and as you're going forward, you're like, oh, that's the hip.
Granny's really bad at
Oh,
hitting
that's the
people.
hip. And you're unable to
It's
make
okay,
your attack
soon.
this turn.
When you can.
In retaliation, the cultists are going to immediately drop all their
That's
weapons
right.
and drop to their knees, hands up in the air. Please, please! I don't want to go where you sent him.
Does this include the kobolds? Or
No,
can
no,
we
just the
take-
cultists.
Just said the cultists.
That's their turn.
Ah.
Now it's Mili's turn.
1, 2, 3,
They're-
4.
I want to kill him anyway.
They're bowing.
Okay, I can't quite make it to him. Okay, I will then.
Got like Mind Sliver, right?
Yeah, I can't use Do You Fear the Dark though, because I know they're better in the dark, so I don't know.
They thrive.
I'll just say, what he did.
You
And
just
I'll use
put the finger on.
mind sliver on this guy.
All right.
Pick one.
Intelligence?
Intelligence, yeah.
13.
4 psychic.
You don't roll, it's your DC, my guy.
He rolled
No,
damage.
for the
Oh,
damage.
oh,
4 damage.
sorry, my bad,
Yeah.
my bad.
He was trying to do 5.
I thought you were
I was
trying to
do
contest.
5. I
How
did
much does that
4
do,
psychic
D6?
damage,
Okay.
and he reduces a d4 from his next saving throw until the end of my next turn.
Rad.
For
All right.
what that's worth. Okay, that's my turn.
Okay. It's now the kobold's turn. They're all just gonna and dash 60 feet to try and run as far away as they can.
Gosh, they're gonna be this annoying.
I'm gonna cast Expeditious Retreat,
Okay.
which lets me use my bonus action as a dash.
Yep.
So I'm also gonna go 60 feet the direction they go.
And then Eldritch Blast with your action.
I can't. I have to.
Oh,
the next turn I can.
Yeah.
Action to cast Expeditious Retreat.
But
Bonus
now
action
for the
to
next
dash.
minute, I can
Okay.
use my dashes as a bonus action.
Let's just get 10 rolls from Corvego to see if he can just wipe
I was
them
gonna
out.
run because I have the range of this, so I was gonna run after them too on my turn.
Okay. How many turns would you be able to keep up while attacking?
I can run 40 feet, so I have 60-foot range. I was 10 feet away, so a few turns.
Okay, I'll give you like
Couple turns.
2 attacks, melee.
They're mind slivers both times.
Okay.
I really just want to end the pink one. I don't care about the other ones. I just
They
wanna
both fail.
Get the pink one.
So the one with 1 health is gone.
Okay. And then the other one is a 4 again.
Okay.
Nice.
Also, Expeditious Retreat lasts up to 10 minutes.
Yep.
But it is concentration.
Yep. Would you give me your Eldritch Blast attacks?
Yes.
You
Up
can
to
make
10
like
of
10 of them. So, I mean, if you don't hit them.
That's 12.
That hits. That takes
18,
one out. That hits.
15.
Okay,
That
it's
hits.
dead.
Yeah. Do you want me to keep
They're
going?
gone.
We still have this one in front of Granny, though. Did he also run? Did he disengage and try and run?
No. Or yeah, he would have tried to. So, Granny, you could take an attack. Or no.
Well, if he
he
disengages.
disengage. But
22.
yeah, he's dead. He's dead.
It's just flying.
Eldritch Blast
Corvego
flying
is not
everywhere.
allowing anyone to run away.
In the meantime, I would have. I don't have any. Is there any sort of supplies around here? Like, do they have any rope? Do they have belts?
They have rabbit stew.
They do have
I'm
rabbits.
coming back for that.
Yeah, I'm gonna get some of that rabbit
It does
stew.
look like
Me
they
too.
have some supplies on them. You can see that
I'm trying to restrain them.
Yeah.
So.
through sifting through
Shoelaces.
their pockets,
belts.
each of the cultists had
Sashes.
28 silver pieces among them.
Ooh, money.
I'll just write it all down and we'll divvy it up.
Deal.
And you find that the cultists did have a sack that had pewter candlesticks, some silver serving dishes,
Mm.
and a few religious carvings of Shantae, taken from a home shrine, most likely. Shantae? It looks like Shantae.
Sorry, I missed that second one. Pewter candlesticks.
Silver
Did you say some
platters.
silver? Oh,
Silver serving dishes. Sorry, it's hard to say with braces.
Once I kill the last kobold, I'm gonna fly back to the group and just land kind of here.
Okay.
Say, the
So what's-
shits are dead.
So what's in this chest, you think?
Well, it's
It's
not actually
not
a chest.
really.
It was their
It
pile of
represented
weapons.
them of their
They're really
Um,
shoddy short swords.
If I don't find any rope or anything, I'm like, I'll keep the sack, which how it was, but I'm gonna like take off their shoes and like
Okay.
pull their bootlaces off and like tie them up with those. If they have belts, I'm gonna wrap those around them too.
Okay.
Like I'll belt around the legs and
You're
I'll.
able to get them fairly well restrained.
And before he does all of that, I'm gonna take off their chest plate and turn it around so it's on backwards, and so they're gonna be really uncomfy.
What are they wearing?
It's rather than chest plate, it's like leathers, but you can make them wear them backwards.
Yeah,
if you
I
would
want their
like.
hoods in front of them.
Oh, you just put it up over their head. It's like
You're ours now. Well,
I'm gonna
not. It was gonna.
I'm gonna drag one over. So I'm gonna like gesture over here to like let's huddle up.
Yeah.
They got their hoods on backwards up over their heads while they're sitting there.
I'm gonna just start dishing myself up some of this stew. Sniff it, see if it smells like it's safe.
separate them and interrogate them independently.
I
I
agree.
call one of them.
I will
I
go.
also want some of this stew.
Yeah, okay, let's wait till after dinner time before we interrogate them.
I think we should do it now.
Or we separate them and let them think that we're going to do something terrible to them. Like, let them think about what's going on, you know?
Dang, Granny.
If we take one, I can cast minor illusion to make it sound like we killed the other, just for extra intimidation.
Yeah.
Pretend like it was the one.
And
that's-
then-
so one of them is badly hurt, like 1 HP left hurt.
Yeah.
So kill the one that's not hurt. Maybe.
No,
Pretend
just
to.
what we
pretend to.
do is we separate them both, knock them both out, but prior to knocking them both out, you make the sound of death so that they each think the other has been killed. And before we knock them out.
Well,
And
if
get
they
to
think
about it.
if they think we're just gonna kill them, they might not give up any information.
No, they think we've killed the other.
Yeah, but what's gonna
we'll
stop them
figure-
from
Oh,
thinking
I can
we'll-
make it sound like we're torturing him because he's not being compliant.
that's a better option.
Okay.
And we could also just torture the man.
And it would sound like he's being tortured if he.
Trust me, I'm more than willing to go there if we need to.
So yeah,
All right. Well, I'll go over and pick one of them up and take them
We'll
over
separate
to the
them
tree.
by a decent distance,
Okay.
but keep an eye on them. And I'm gonna have some stew and just stare one of them down.
I want some
Just
stew.
eating the meal that he prepared.
Yeah.
His
So you're
own
going this
camp.
guy?
Well, he's got a hood over his head, so unless he
Oh,
shook
okay.
it off, he's just got it on his face.
we put it over as we took him over.
Okay, rad.
How much stew is there?
There's enough for all of you.
Okay.
I mean, not to fully fill you for a full day, but at least to get a modest meal.
Worth. That's our stew now, buddy. Okay,
Peak
once they're
D&D.
separated, I'm kind of, or I don't want them to have direct line of sight, so
Okay.
I would try and like gesture Granny to go like behind like a tree.
We were
or
by like an
bushes or
rock
something.
outcropping, weren't we?
A little bit of one, yeah.
We
I
can
just want to
take-
make sure they're not
They
within
can't
line of
see
sight.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
we can
easily.
take them around the rock outcropping
Okay.
and maybe we'll see each other.
I'm gonna.
Me and Ugthug could go around with one, and
Yeah.
you three could go
I'll,
with the
I'll
other.
tell you, talk really loud at first, and threaten him, and then I'll cast I'll make it sound like you're hurting him.
All right, I'm gonna drag the one I've already
And I'm,
stabbed.
and
so-
I'm gonna follow behind, holding my mace like this until we're out of sight.
Very Monty Python.
Wait, who's going with who?
Executioner.
I think we two, us
And you took that guy.
you three could go together.
I'm not gonna go.
I'll be in the
with
middle.
either group.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you take the injured one out back, and then after a little while, what do you start saying?
I'm just like, all right, you're gonna tell us everything that you know,
And as soon as he says that,
and don't you lie to me. I'll know you're lying.
I'm gonna cast Minor Illusion and make it sound like it's like, my hand!
Okay. Go ahead and make a deception roll with advantage.
Dope.
Corvego.
Deceptions.
You're making it in the middle. They're both
Nat
gonna
20.
think.
Plus 7,
Alright.
so 27.
The guy in front of you just very quickly just stiffens and shuts up. Like, if you pulled the hood down, you'd be able to see fear has taken in.
After that, I'll walk up and help Granny with this guy.
I mean, I'm assuming I hear that, and I'll be like, oh, actually, I don't know how I want to respond to that because he's gonna hear it from over there. But if we're just trying to get information out of him, then it doesn't matter what this guy knows.
We can try to get information out of both.
Yeah.
Since I've already heard him, I'm just gonna say something along the lines of, I'll kind of point at his wound,
Okay.
so he doesn't. And I'll say, "There's more where that came from. If you don't tell me what I want to know," and I'll say it loud enough so that when he hears that, he'll think, "Oh shoot, he's gonna keep torturing." If
Okay.
You know, I think you're
What do you want to know?
anything and everything. Where'd your friends go?
where is the rest of your party?
They went back to the camp.
Where is this camp?
It's further south of here.
How far?
Not too much further. Somewhere down the road. Not too long. We'd be able to get there before dusk.
Why were you stopped here?
We're tired. We just wanted some food.
It was delicious. by
Shouldn't
the
you
way.
have been carrying more goods than just this sack?
Most of the other guys got the good stuff. We're just making our way home. We've only been called on this job recently.
Who called you?
This group, they've been going around looting places. We're just trying to get gems and other valuables for them. Said it's for some great hoard for the dragon.
And what group? Are you not a part of their group?
We're mercenary. It's complicated.
What, just some common brigand working for them?
Job pays.
I would have picked this guy up and carried him and tried to find a berry bush of some kind.
Okay.
Put him in the rose bush.
You find a bush,
Does it have berries?
some sort.
Okay. Do I know if they're poisonous?
You can make me a nature check.
Okay.
Maybe he doesn't know.
That is a 16.
It looks like a currant bush, actually.
Great. Okay. I'm gonna set him down next to the bush.
Okay.
And I'm gonna pull. He's still gonna have his hood on, but I'm gonna pull a bunch of the berries off that look ripe and good. And I'm gonna take his hood off and say, "Would you like some berries, young man?"
He looks very confused, and then
Good.
kind of turtlenecks himself forward to try and take a bite.
Well, I'll lift one out and put it in there.
Okay.
Put
I'll
it in
take
his
it
mouth.
and kind of chew on it. Thank you.
Would you like some more?
Sure.
Okay. I'm gonna cut my hands together and essentially pour them into his mouth.
Okay.
Not obviously not gonna overwhelm him.
Yeah, he's
with it.
fine. But
At this
Okay.
point, I'm gonna put my hand on his chest right here and push him back, and then grab his. Tell us what you know.
Whoa, 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 whoa,
Buried
whoa.
down the wrong pipe.
There's multiple ways to do this. Granny's got it under control.
Going full good cop, bad cop over here.
More like bad cop, old cop.
Between the three of them, they got
Bad cop,
good cop, bad
old
cop,
cop.
and no cop, because Mili's not even there.
I'm not there.
Okay.
And I'm gonna try to separate them, but not obviously shove. But
If you
just be
don't-
hey, whoa, 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 whoa.
I'll let go. If you don't give her answers, then you answer to me.
He just nods.
Here, take on
And you
this
can
and
tell-
suck on it.
Looking into
I'll
his
grab it.
eyes.
And just kind of flick it up in the air.
It's a rock.
Oh.
You pop that in your mouth and give it a good sucking on, and it'll make you feel real good.
Luke, can I
Yeah,
see
suck
them
on
from
Grandma's
my-
I'll
rock.
smell it.
It's just a rock.
It does have a little bit of a sweet scent to it.
I'll lick it.
It
No,
tastes
I'll
like
literally
candy.
lick it. I'll pop it in my mouth and suck on it.
Okay, you essentially will have guidance on your next check.
Oh,
That's how Granny gives out guidance.
that's lit.
You do see, as you're threatening this person, looking into their eyes, they have this distant 1,000-yard stare. Whether it's the companion dragged down to the depths of hell, or the raven that consumed an entire lizard, there's something that is definitely making him very scared right now.
I'm gonna untie him.
I'm gonna cast message
Okay.
to Corvego, and I'll just say, please do not be too hard on him.
I'm gonna untie his hand, but I'll leave his feet tied up.
Okay.
And say, now if you misbehave, you know what this bird can do to you, so don't be doing no funny business.
Squawk.
Squawk.
We want to know about you and your friends and why you came to plunder Grandnest.
We're gathering loot for the horde of the Dragon Queen.
And is this Dragon Queen the blue dragon that we saw?
No.
Have I ever heard of the Dragon Queen before?
Roll me a religion.
A the
Religion?
Dragon
Right.
I
Queen?
didn't want
Is there a the Dragon Queen?
Because that's what he
in
referred
this
to it as.
Okay,
Okay, that's not bad. Oh yeah, add a d4. Okay.
Dose.
Oh, that's a dirty 20.
Okay. So there was this recent period of history called the Second Sundering. It ended I don't know. I feel like it was 10 or 15 years ago. At the beginning of the Second Sundering, though, many, many years back, many gods roamed through the earth and caused a lot of destruction. A lot of names were thrown around in this time, and so this idea of religions became a lot more popular for you to learn. The Dragon Queen, although I don't recall her having much significance on the Sword Coast in this time, well, not directly, definitely refers to Tiamat, the evil dragon that has been sent to the Hells and is looking for a way back.
What are you talking about?
Maybe your friend will meet her.
The rock now tastes like a rock and not candy.
I'll spit it out.
Oh, I would like that back, please.
I'll pick it off the floor and
Thank you very much.
I'll wipe it on the grass to get the spit off and hand it back.
Even if you don't, I would have taken it.
Do birds have saliva?
That's a good question.
Never
This one
thought
does.
about that
Anyways.
before.
It's canon now.
Are you referring?
Strawberry beaks.
Are you referring to Tiamat? Speak plainly.
Yes.
And this Tiamat, she's gathering followers, it would seem. How did you come to be one of them?
I joined up somewhat recently. I'd rather not get into my personal backstory. What do you want from me?
We're really just trying to find out more about this group. Now, if you don't want to get personal, we can get personal.
What?
I'm gonna slap him across the face.
Intending to deal damage or just?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Roll an
break
attack
his-
roll.
He's got full health.
Oh, you guys have the.
He's got all
We've
9 hit points.
That's an 8.
It will miss.
Yeah.
So he's restrained, but he's got a little bit of strength of character where your slap does connect, but it's not enough to deal damage.
There's more where that came from. I need you to tell us about why you're following this dragon lady.
I mean, I feel like it depends on the individual. For me, it's the hope of power. It's really shallow. I
And
bullied as a
stupid.
kid. I just wanted the power to be able to feel strong in my life, I guess. I just felt like this was a way to do it.
To join a cult?
This isn't how you get power, young man. You really need to rethink your life decisions.
You're trying to bring back a dragon from the hells, and you think that cult is a strong word? How dumb are you?
Pretty dumb.
Yeah, I think that you are pretty dumb. Now, hopefully you're not too dumb to know this, but about how big was the group that ransacked Green Nest, and how big is the camp you were returning to?
We've got a lot of people, whether it's members of the cult or the mercenaries that we have here. Counting the scalies, probably about a little less than 200.
And where's the loot that they stole?
They keep it down in camp.
What would be the easiest way to retrieve the loot? Did they meet in a mess hall somewhere where we could kill them, or are there large
200?
gatherings? Just an idea.
I don't know.
Barrel.
Exactly. You don't know if they meet for meals, if they meet for some.
We have meals. It's not necessarily a meeting. The higher-ups deal with where the treasure goes.
Who are the higher ups?
Yes, give us a couple of names, please.
Well, there are a couple of half-dragons. The
Oh.
blue one and the black one. And then there's the elven woman. She's pretty high up there.
Those aren't names.
I don't know the names.
How do you not know the names of your superiors?
Tell us what the elven lady looks like.
I'll just show you the picture. It's easier than describing it.
Was that like black hair?
Short black hair, big purple robes, stern expression.
Have you heard of Leosin?
No.
He's not gonna know his name. He's a monk that was captured.
Okay.
Have you seen a monk?
I don't think so.
Oh, yeah, that sounds like a big
Does he seem like he's lying?
Make an insight check.
Oh dang, I'm really good today.
Don't say that.
Sorry,
Don't
not
jinx it.
on board. 16.
16? Doesn't seem like it.
Okay.
Well, I think we've gotten all the helpful information from him.
I have a few more questions for my guy when we
Okay.
get back to it.
Let's go back to the other team.
Okay.
I forgot where I was, but I'm just going to jump right back in. Alright. Now, about that dragon that was attacking the keep. Is it at your camp as well?
No. The dragon wouldn't want to stay there.
Where's the dragon normally located?
I don't know.
Just far from here?
Yeah, different direction. We just got its help. I say we. I'm not even a big part of the group.
I understand. How many... I mean, you're just one of the mercenaries. How many mercenaries would you say there are in this party?
I don't know. They didn't... We're not all from the same group. And the cultists don't always wear their vestments or adornments or whatever. It's hard to tell.
I see.
Are you gonna kill me?
Well, you've been quite cooperative, so I'm not inclined to. Do you know if there was any prisoners taken from Green Nest?
Yeah.
Who?
I don't know. There definitely were.
Do you know about how many?
No.
Do you know where they'd be kept at camp?
Probably hard to not spot them. They're either gonna be used to be workers for the camp, or they'll just be tied up.
Is that something you've been doing at all the other places you've raided? Is taking a few prisoners?
I just got bought onto this recently. I'm not a big part of it.
Did they already have prisoners at the camp when you first joined on?
Yeah, there were a few. Well, I feel like a couple of them died in the meantime.
I would at that point just ask him about general layouts of the camp, what he can remember about just... Like, I would even start drawing it out in the dirt in front of him.
Make you a deal. You cut my bands. I'll tell you the important piece of info I know that'll be helpful for you. Then I skedaddle.
I don't know if you've noticed, but you're the one who's our prisoner. You don't have any leverage. We have all the leverage.
I have all the information.
Yeah, we hold the keys to your life. Do you remember what I did to your friend just a couple of minutes ago? Do you think he's lonely right about now? Can I try to intimidate him?
I feel like he's already kind of intimidated. Yeah. Different people respond to fear in different ways.
Mm-hmm.
Did you kill anyone during the Green Nest attack?
No, that wasn't the job.
You say you just recently joined on?
I'll tell you what. You give us the information, then we'll loose your bands.
You have my word.
There's a rear guard. They make sure that no one follows the group. Staying probably just 2 miles further. They're the ones that report in first to camp to make sure everything's okay.
Which direction? I'll just get general directions.
He'll just kind of gesture with his nose, since that's the only way he can really do it. Now cut me loose.
If you interfere with our plans at all, I'm coming for you.
They'll likely set up an ambush somewhere with a gulf, or somewhere they can sit from above and attack down.
What I'm saying is, as soon as I cut you free, get out of here.
Yeah.
Sorry, before we cut him free, I would like to knock him out as you cut him free.
Okay, well, I'm going to kneel down to start untying him, because I gave him my word that we'd untie him.
And as he starts to untie, I walk up to him, and I grab his head, and I say, "You have been very helpful." And then I give him a little kiss on the forehead, and then I put the hood over his face, and punch him in the head.
Okay.
Knock him out.
Alright, I'll allow it.
I don't want him following or, like, giving notice or anything.
That's
I
fine,
get you. Alright. So you've knocked out your man.
For us, if we're good to go back to us. Unless you have any other questions.
I don't have questions, but I do have an idea of what to do with him.
Well, I want to pull out my rapier first.
Okay.
And not just threatening, put it next to his neck. Not literally press it in. How do we know you're not going to squeal to your higher-ups once we release you?
You go first?
Here's what I propose. We let you live,
I like it.
and you return to Grenest.
I don't like it.
Okay, then your death becomes involved.
I just don't see them taking me in.
You will say that you came from us as our prisoner, and you helped them rebuild, and once they have a semblance of normalcy again, you can then leave. And if you leave before, we will know.
Deal. Okay. Sure.
Do you swear it?
Yeah.
If you swear, I will sheathe my sword.
He already did.
Swear upon what?
Okay. I'm gonna pick him up and put him over my shoulder and walk back towards, making sure we don't go to the camp area, but returning to essentially where we came from.
Okay.
And then, are you coming with me?
Yeah.
Okay. And then I'll set him down and untie him.
Okay.
And say,
Now you head that way, and if you keep walking in a good...
If you've untied him and point the direction, he's just gonna start scurrying away as fast as he can.
I see you gave us the guy that is susceptible of being intimidated.
Yeah. I mean, the other one was about to piss his pants. He was just seeing how far he could take it.
Yeah. And
he was on the edge of life. That guy.
As they do that, I drag this guy in by what should have been the back of his robe, but now is his front. I'm dragging him in, and I'm going to place him near where the fire was, so he doesn't freeze or anything.
Okay.
Yeah. I think once he runs off, we'd go back and exchange information.
Yeah. We relay everything we've learned.
You pretty much learned everything I learned except for there are prisoners and there's a rear guard that we might need to
Yeah, we got the name of Tiamat.
ambush them.
Well,
before they ambush
I haven't
us.
told the group this. I didn't want to say it in front of them, just in case I didn't know. I mean, I assume they know. But from my understanding, and it's pretty hazy, it's possible they're gathering these resources to bring her back from the hells. Which, Green Nest, forget about that. The whole realm would be over. And we would be forced to bend the knee to Tiamat or die.
Well, that really doesn't sound very good, does it?
It doesn't.
I've already got one fiendish devil I'm trying to manage. I can't deal with a dragon fiendish devil.
Well, if you don't want to, then you be my guest to go along and die, because that is your only option.
Unless we stop her.
That is my point.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Is Carson's patron capable of communicating when I send Cleo? Do I have to send a written note, or can the patron communicate with Cleo without a written note?
Even with close contact, you're not sure if you would get a response.
Okay.
That's direct face-to-face.
I'm more worried about, can Cleo deliver a message to her without needing to have me write it down, because I don't have paper to write it on.
I will say that with...
I mean...
One sec.
We've got charcoal on the fire, and we could probably find a nice leaf or something. A little piece of...
Right on the silver platter.
A little piece of wood.
Yeah, well, when the whole world is Shades of Grey already, it's going to be hard to read that, so...
Remind me, did the thing we're thinking of with Cleo come from the background, your race, or your class?
My ability to have him? My ability for him
the
to
fact
go
that
to...
the way you're using him.
When I use him for one thing, it's background, but when I'm using it for this, it's purely... It's almost homebrewed, because we took the ability and we just... to kind of tie things together. So it's not really from anything. It's just the ability to dismiss him from the spell.
Okay.
Is what we're using there.
I understand what you're talking about.
I'd say it's a little hard pushing a little bit of boundaries, but you could certainly try.
Okay. I would see if Cleo could just take a message just alerting her there's this danger to the realm, someone named Tiamat that they're trying to bring back, just so that she knows.
Okay.
And then have Cleo come back. I don't know if she'll send a message or if she cares, but just to inform her.
Okay.
Also, for Luke.
Yeah. Hi.
I would eventually, whenever, because I pray to her fairly religiously, I would tell her the next instance.
Yeah.
Just to let you know. So.
That makes sense.
Okay, well, do we keep moving forward, or what's the plan now?
I wonder if I can be quite unseen at night. When I'm flying around before the sun sets, it's easy to spot me in the sky. After the sun sets, you have to be quite diligent to see me.
So what about all those kobolds that become a lot scarier at night?
Oh, I'm not saying we go at night. I'm saying, let me scout tonight.
See if you can find the rear guard. Perhaps we can ambush the ambushers.
I don't think I will. I definitely won't engage. But
Okay.
it might be good to send me along just to get an aerial view.
You scout from the skies, and he'll scout from the ground. As I motion to Truffles.
I don't know if sending him the best idea. These kobolds seemed quite hungry.
I'm not sure.
Before you go, don't leave before I get back. And I'm going to go off and look for a sprig of mistletoe.
Okay.
Truffles.
Is this just a spell component?
Yeah.
Alright.
Truffles has been able to evade demons, trying to kill it and hunt it down. I think he'll be okay with a couple of kobolds.
If you're sure.
Oh, I'm sure.
If he dies, we won't. If he's attacked.
Truffles, what do you say?
What does Truffles say? Oh, he doesn't say anything?
He just looks up and smiles.
I suppose if they see a pig, they have no reason to think anything of it.
Bacon.
I do want it to be known that typically how pets work is the more utility, the more chance of death they have. The less utility, the less chance of death.
So if he never does anything, he'll never die.
If you send him out, he'll die. Probably.
But it
maybe.
depends. It depends.
Based off what he's done in the past, this shouldn't be a problem for him. Like, he's not going to get close or anything.
If you're sure.
Oh, just...
He's not going to go in the camp or anything. He's probably just going to go around the outside, just mind his own business, observe.
You're sure.
Let's not go.
I'm going to sit down and
until
start
the sun is set
taking a long
for
rest.
at least an hour.
A long
Or
rest?
sorry, a short rest.
Okay, short rest.
I'm going to use my second wind first, though.
Short rest?
Yeah, I will wait around to do this until, like I said, at least an hour after sunset, where it's completely dark.
Okay.
We have moved away from where we left the knocked out guy, right?
No, currently you're right around the same area.
Oh, perhaps we should move then.
Yeah, let's move into cover, into better cover.
And then take the rest.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I find mistletoe?
You can.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
When I come back, I'm going to cast Wild Berry, or Good Berries.
Oh, you didn't have your component pouch, so you, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I lost everything.
Yep, that's smart.
But my focus is with my weapon.
Yes.
And I'm just going to hand one to everybody
Nice.
and
We
say,
also have rabbits too.
you can eat this immediately.
We'll
You
eat
won't
the
need to
rabbits
eat the rest of the night, or you can hold on to it in case you need to heal in the next couple of hours. It will disappear if you don't eat it before morning.
I'll just eat it.
Before morning. Okay.
I'll hold on to it for now. Place it in one of my pockets.
Are we doing a short rest? Is that what?
Yeah.
And
So
I'm gonna
we moved away from, and then we'll
yeah,
take the short
I'm gonna
rest.
give you for your journey in case you need a little extra. I'm gonna give you a total of 3.
Okay.
As you take your short rest, trying to recover a little bit and take this respite and time to commune with other worldly forces, Corvego, you start a prayer that is a little bit of a report, a little bit of question.
I will say that prayer is mostly like giving the information and asking, what is your will? Kind of thing.
You'd get the response back upon relaying this. I know. Keep watch. You've been sent for a reason. Keep Mili close and keep watch. And bring me good memories.
Understood, my queen.
Nice hominies.
I think that might be a good spot to end our session for the day.
Dope.
And as we end, I'm playing patty cake with truffles.
Before I thought he left.
Bad.
Was he waiting?
I think
Those little tiny cloven hooves.
Crazy.
Perfect. I don't have to keep track of anything. I got everything back because fighters.
I have a question. The food,
Yeah, are
the
we off
stew,
the-
was it
We're not off yet. But
It's okay. Was the food enough to fill me that I wouldn't need to eat a good berry to be
it's
fine?
like a 3/4 of a meal rather
Okay,
than a day's
then
worth.
Then I'll eat my berry.
Because they were making enough stew for 4 people and there are 5 of y'all, so.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching. We will not be playing next week, but 2 weeks from now on Wednesday, unless our stream schedule says otherwise.
Yeah.
Unless it's different.
The
So if you
7th.
follow us, the email will tell you for sure.
Go on the 7th.
Okay. Bye, everyone. Have a good couple weeks.
Bye.